So we're both celebrities, and we got to pivot from our typical podcast about like I don't even remember what it was about normally, like like a show with aliens and puppets or something.
Alien puppets. Alf. It's Alf. Alf.
Oh, Alf, I remember that show.
He's canceled, right?
Is he? Is it because all the he ate all the pussy?
Didn't leave any for the rest of us.
That's pretty rude. That's
How
why
rude.
I always write my name on mine before I put it in the fridge. I look like that guy, like that roommate. That's a little bit annoying, but like I don't have to worry about it.
At least you don't put it in the microwave at work.
Honeys, we're home.
Hello, and welcome to Singularity, a Dinosaur's Tale. I'm your host, Ben Handupme, and I'm here with your co-host.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
So we're here burning the midnight oil tonight for for a little bonus episode that we're doing. How's your day going, Timmy?
I woke up really, really early today.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah,
it's that party life.
I went to bed kind of late, and I woke up really early. And
Did you get that worm?
I'm surprised I'm still awake right now. Honestly, that's how tired I am, or
Oh my
how
god!
early I woke up.
And are you gonna make it? Are you gonna wake up in time for church tomorrow?
Oh yeah, well it's like right there, Ben. I could walk. I could walk right
The
to
church
it.
is like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so convenient. Like for one, like I always am like when I wake up in the morning and I can't find some barely alcoholic wine and some like stale bread to eat, I'm like so pissed off. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's not a Catholic church, is it?
it is, but I still don't
Ooh.
I still don't drink that wine though, because
Oh, it's somewhat alcoholic, I think.
I'm
I
sure
don't
it is
know.
for life, Ben, and that means no God.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you drink mini Chevets instead.
No.
I'm Jewish for life. I'm the bruise.
I only had like the non-alcoholic Manischewitz.
mini Chevets.
Or have I? I don't know. I've been to plenty of Hanukkah parties, so
Soft brag. I feel that. You just know that I wish I was invited. I was actually talking about you earlier today
oh
because
no.
of I was talking about how I plan to officiate your wedding even though you aren't fully on board with it yet, but Issa is, so that's part of what matters. But I said I have to do something because I wasn't chosen as the best person or whatever, even though when you called me to tell me, the first thing I said to you, other than I just remember now, the first thing I said to you was, "What's his name?" And then the second thing I said was, "I'm honored. You don't even have to get the words out to me. I'm honored to be your best man." And you said it was like fucking like Mike or Mitch or Matt or some terrible name
It's
like that.
Matt.
I know. I had the name ready and I wanted to do a third just to be like, fuck
That's
you,
who I was like texting with at 6:30 in the morning or whatever, because
that's why.
he responded to a text I sent him at like 11 o'clock at night. So
Yeah, we talked
sleeping.
about this. How I send you the middle of the night text that you sent Matt essentially. So you're like, you can't be mad about it because you've been doing this to somebody else.
you you aren't as bad as this fucking Discord room that I'm in though. Those motherfuckers post like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I hear
You're
it
like,
on my phone. It's so annoying.
I didn't ask for a wake up call. That was a 13-year-old shouting faggot. Can I please go to
No,
sleep?
no, these
I
are
assume
adults.
that's not your crowd.
It's worse, Ben. They're adults.
Oh no, they probably say stuff like "cuck."
Well, some of them are from
Like good adults.
Some of them live in Australia, so that kind of makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah. The cuck ate my baby. I get it. You call that a cuck? This is a cuck. Throw another cuck on the Barbie. I always like to be gender inclusive. I throw my cucks on the Ken as well, not just the Barbie.
Yeah. And
That's how we
the
do it here.
and the themi. Is that what
The
themi?
Yeah, Demi Moore, star of G.I. Jane. So what we're a podcast, aren't we? Is that what people are listening to? This is Singularity Dinosaur's Tale. But
That's right.
when I introduce it, it's a bonus episode. So that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just, for one, we were gonna record a regular episode, but what we do before every episode is we watch a bunch of compilations of Steve Harvey clips to get our motivation, and we have to start the timer at it's whenever Tim slaps me is how we start this, and then every 16th word from there we put that together to read a message backwards, and it said to record a bonus episode because we didn't watch a dinosaurs episode yet. So I was like, that's fucking so, I love that we do that because it is so on all the time.
Especially when I slap you. That's the best part.
I definitely love that part.
Digital slap by the Deftones.
Oh no, I was hoping that people assumed that we were doing this while sitting crisscross applesauce with our knees touching. And by crisscross applesauce, I mean with our clothes mismatched and applesauce all over our laps.
No, we should have the same clothes on like you did for Fest when you were me.
Yeah. I mean, that shirt does not fit me anymore. We'd have to get a new same shirt.
Neither does mine. I gave it away.
I saw you doing that and I was like, damn. Then I remembered I gave mine to Olivia, so I did the same.
Yeah, I gave it away to charity.
That's what you're known for.
Give it away. Give it away.
Give it away now.
Give it away now.
Yeah, what we're doing is this is our 52nd episode. So we just did one last week, which is the thing is here, as of last week, as you remember, Tim became a cultural icon, an influencer, going to be the main host of Fire Island 2.
That's right. Hey, also
Really cool. Firefest or whatever.
52, doesn't that mean that it's the 1 year anniversary, even though it's not?
Yeah. Although I just listened to our episode about the green card marriage, and apparently we've been doing this once a year for 50 years. It is a couple. Okay, so it is in a way a 52-year anniversary, but we did miss 2 weeks, I think, is what our skip time. We had 2 bye weeks thrown in there. So it is basically our 1 year anniversary. And so yeah, what's the special thing for the first anniversary?
Something broken.
Oh, it says Tim gives Ben a blowjob. That's oddly specific.
Who wrote those?
Me. I mean, somebody else. Shit. Fuck. I lied at the wrong part.
There's shit.
It actually says it's
there's shit involved.
Yeah, I did an absolute paint job. The traditional theme is paper and the modern theme is clocks. So I guess I get you a fucking paper watch for our 1 year Singularity anniversary.
Cheap.
But now that Tim's done being a baby duck, we're gonna get into the other anniversary, which is the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Is right now at this very moment if you're on the Eastern Coast, but not here. It ain't. I got another hour. I'm not burning the midnight oil. I'm just burning Tim.
Do you remember when that happened, Ben?
Yeah. For people that aren't following, I live in New Orleans currently, but only for the past 2 years. So I've seen 4 hurricanes, I think, since I've been here. Tim lives in Florida and has most of the time, other than when he hung out in Long Island or some shit, or Staten Island. I don't remember which. Nobody cares.
I'm not from Staten Island, God damn it. I've never even been there.
I played Grand Theft Auto 3, which I feel like takes place there. That's about it.
Liberty City.
It felt about the same. And then yeah, so Tim is an old hand at hurricanes. I'm new to it. So I don't know. I do remember hearing a lot about Hurricane Katrina, especially on the Daily Show. I felt when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also when I fell in love with Kanye West for the first time.
I think as awful and tragic that the whole situation from Katrina was. I
Yeah.
think one of the
Where are you going with this?
the things that people most remember is what Kanye West said on TV. Like that's what they remember.
Yeah, that definitely is like outside of the bubble of this area. That has to be the main thing that comes up. When I talk to people about it here, they're like, we lost like all of our family heirlooms, our photo albums, my mother's wedding dress. And then like you talk about it like outside of here, they're just like, fuck Taylor Swift. I'm like, that's the wrong moment. Like that was a different thing Kanye was famous for.
Yeah.
Usually it's about dragging somebody, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
But it is the 16th anniversary, which is the special theme is coffee or tea. No thanks. Instead, we're gonna have a category 4 hurricane that I'm sitting in the middle of.
Yeah. So there's a classic episode of the podcast where Ben did the whole episode by candlelight during a hurricane.
Yeah.
And now,
which hurricane would that have been? Was
I
that
don't know.
was that Zeta? It sounds. I think it was Zeta because I remember. I think I called it Zeta Cuck on the podcast.
I don't know. I just remember it was a bonus episode, wasn't it?
It was it was for Halloween. Yeah, October 28th. Okay, yeah, that was Zeta.
Oh wow.
It was a cat 3. That was category 3 like Katrina, but it missed us really. We just got like the sides of it basically.
Yeah.
This one, as far as I could tell, is still heading. We're still within like the main range of it, but I don't think we're within the eye. That could change, but who knows? I have a dog and a cat that I'm taking care of here. They're more important than me. Plus the fact that I don't have money, so we're gonna ride this out. It's gonna be a fun. This is gonna either be a really good episode or a really sad episode, depending on circumstances of which you're listening. This could be just like a little tense, or it could be a living will. We'll find out.
Yeah. See, the whole time that I've lived in Florida, like I was a little kid when Hurricane Andrew happened, and Hurricane Andrew was mostly in like South Florida, so it wasn't a thing. I just remember when I was a kid.
That was category 5. See, I don't even. They needed better branding for that one. Like they could have got like P Diddy or something if they couldn't get Kanye because it was 1992. Because I don't remember it at all. Maybe they could have had like Kevin McAllister like in a commercial about the hurricane.
I was a little kid.
Yeah, you would have been about 5.
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you do? Like, did it affect you at all?
No, I don't think
on the news.
I don't think I was even living in. I wasn't even living area. In Florida at the time.
Oh, where were you?
In Staten Island, as you said.
Staten Island. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Fuck yeah. Dave Peterson, the OG. So yeah, we'll talk more about like hurricane type stuff because this, as we said, it's a bonus episode. This one's a little bit more loose. We just wanted to like talk about some stuff and check in with our listeners and check in with each other because Tim sustained like a basketball injury or something on his shoulder and hand. I don't really understand still. It's something to do with rolling ball, like when they like a coach is saying something cool when they roll the basketball up and down their arm.
I don't know. I need to do yoga tomorrow. That's all I know.
I'm gonna join you. I need to start doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like do a photo shoot where I'm doing yoga during the hurricane. And just be like, it's all in your mind, everybody. It's all about how you approach the situation. Like, yeah, there's a big storm out there, but in here, clear weather, baby.
PMA all fucking day.
You know, it's 2 of my friends separately mentioned starting their period today in time for the hurricane. I'm just like, that has to mean something. Anyway, this is the first time I'll mention I am a licensed OBGYN.
Just like Ron Paul.
It's like Ron Paul.
a PMA, a period mental attitude.
How to make friends and sync your periods. They're right. Can we delete that? The part where it's a pyramids instead of periods.
Pyramid mental attitude. Well, a pyramid mental attitude can mean multiple things. It could mean
food pyramid.
You're like the king of like a pyramid scheme, or
The king. They call them kings.
or
Pharaohs. They're pharaohs.
What else? Oh, a pharaoh mental attitude. Yeah, or a pyramid,
you-
like pyramids, like mystic stuff. Yeah.
Oh, like the brand of cigarette. Oh, like the
Yeah.
eye in the pyramid. The thing about the eye in the pyramid is, yeah, there's an eye in the pyramid. It's like right before the D at the end. Like, okay, fucking, yeah, okay,
Wow.
Illuminati.
Wow,
Like,
you did it, Ben. You solved half the world's problems.
I know. We're just in time. They were about to do a National Treasure 3.
You saved most of the world's problem, but also you probably stopped a lot of YouTube videos from being posted tonight.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. What am I gonna watch?
Yeah, what? I can't watch any YouTube videos about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
How about Justin Bieber's new music video and what it all means?
Yeah, it's the Satan. He's doing this thing with his eye.
Tim just for everyone listening to him, Tim just removed his own head, did the basketball thing. It said ow because his shoulder hurt, and he put his head back on.
I got a basketball
the
Jones.
Labyrinth. Yeah, I saw that in a movie once.
Oh, nice to tie it in there, Ben.
Yeah, puppets. See, right. This is still the podcast you know and hate. This isn't some other thing. We're not just pivoting because Tim became an icon last week, and I now too have felt a little bit of the glow in a way.
So
in a weird way.
So Ben, you were explaining it as basically someone stole your joke that you stole from someone else.
No. Okay, so I should have. All I sent you were the screenshots and no explanation. Really.
Yeah. It was very confusing.
One time, March 26th, 2019, I posted a status on Facebook. It just said, in quotations, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. And then the second response, in quotations, if you have time to say that, you have time to go fuck yourself. All right, everyone laughed. Like millions of people, the world was changed.
Yeah, they all liked the status.
36 reacts.
They shared it.
Yeah. Okay. So that was at March 26th, 2019. June 8th, 2019. This comedian, I'm not gonna say his name. Our friend referred to him as a career open mic, so there's no reason to. He's like, and then our friend was like, that's kind of a mean thing to say about somebody. Actually, he's a good guy. Let's end it with that. But
he's a good guy, but I hate his fucking guts.
No, he just doesn't think his career is going anywhere. But that doesn't matter. That's not the value of the person. I don't think my career as a delivery driver is going much further. Just down the block to wherever the address is. But so he tweeted a month later, no, March, April, May, 3 months later, boss, you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Me, you got time to rhyme, you got time to shut the fuck up. Okay. And then crazy viral, 157 retweets, 4 quotes, 375 likes. He started putting it on t-shirts and selling it. And then, which is like, here's the thing is like, yeah, like I didn't take that joke from anywhere. I don't know if he took it from me, but he is my friend on Facebook. Is a weird thing, and it's weird. And also, it's just a fucking hack joke. Like I'm sure that's been said by a million open mic comedians. Like it's so obvious. Like if somebody came up to you and said that in real life, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. I think the automatic thing you'd say is to go fuck yourself if you could stop from hitting them,
or you just start cleaning.
You start cleaning. You're like, damn, you're right. I did have time.
I love my job.
All this leaning was hurting my back. If you have time to drink lean, you have time to be a friend of mine. That's what I always say.
Houston, baby.
And here's where like I thought it was just funny, and I like was telling people about it as a joke. Like this person stole my joke and is making millions off of it.
Millions.
His graphic design is his passion. T-shirts. But then he posted recently, the same guy, a screenshot of a joke he made, and then somebody else posted the same joke later. And his joke is it's called gross pay because it's disgusting to see how much money you would have made before. And then the other person quotes that but adds the word taxes to theirs. So then they get thousands of shares, and he's just like, this is what makes me mad, is his caption. And I just commented on it, tagging my friend Dylan, and said, no, I said, hate to see it, and that's it. I don't want to, it's so silly. But I would like to point out both jokes, like very like just shitty jokes. Like there's no way somebody hasn't said it's called gross pay because it's disgusting to see what the taxes being taken. That's probably on a "Don't tread on me" flag. So I don't know, Mike Wells, if you're listening, I didn't say your name.
I don't know this person, right?
Well, they're the reason I'm not famous, and the fact that you don't know them means they're not either. So that's good. I thought maybe you guys bumped elbows at some parties, and I was worried.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't go to any parties.
That are you? Oh yeah, because of the operation.
Ivy.
COVID-19. Yeah, because of Operation Ivy. I don't go to parties anymore because they won't let me bring my own sound system.
Yeah, that's really weird. And I always just, I'm like,
really
but guys, what about unity? And they don't believe it.
They always laugh like that. Ha! It's so rude.
Heard it all before.
Yeah. 2000 Am I right? Oh man, it's great that like those bands are kind of both filled with like some canceled ass motherfuckers. So not necessarily Jesse Michaels. He did call me a neo-Maoist once, but that's it. Which you can't be. You can be a Maoist. I don't know what the fucking neo-Maoist is, but I just thought he meant Neopets, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was Neopets.
That's what he meant.
That's why Jesse Michaels left Operation Ivy, because his addiction to Neopets.
It's so weird timeline wise how it worked out, but it's just what happened.
Yeah, well, he went to the future. That's why.
You come back changed no matter what you do. That's why it's so fucked up. There's nothing you can do about it. But
I know I'm trying to be funny, but there were actual like rumors that he literally like he left and became like a monk or something like that. Like that was like a real rumor.
Yeah. And then I think it was revealed that you just drink a lot of booze. But like I feel like that rumor was probably like a spin-off of like Gorilla Biscuits and like Hare Krishna, and like it's kind of like they just assume that's what happens if you're in a really good 80s band and you disappear. Because that did happen once.
Especially like a late 80s band, for sure.
Yeah. A ladies band is what they call them. Ladies night.
Oh, is that female?
Let's have
female fronted.
Yeah, female fronted, female backed. I think it'd be amazing to have a ladies night and people show up and it's just like Operation Ivy, like my Bosstones, just anything just right at the edge of the late 80s. Of course, it's bad Bosstones, but still, the ladies.
Oh, I get it. Late.
There you go.
LATIES.
The whole time, all along.
Yeah,
I snuck that pun in there. That portmanteau, is that what it's called?
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the first time Tim's ever said that to me. I'm kind of swelling up right now.
It's very clever.
Not where you think.
Hey, it's Ben's heart.
It's my heart on. I got a heart on for this. But so we're both celebrities and we got to pivot from our typical podcast about like I don't even remember what it was about normally. Like like a show with aliens and puppets or something.
Alien puppets. Alf. It's Alf.
Oh, Alf. I remember that show.
He's canceled, right?
Is he? Is it because he ate all the pussy?
Didn't leave any for the rest of us.
That's pretty rude. That's why I always write my name on mine before I put it in the fridge. I look like that guy, like that roommate. That's a little bit annoying, but like I don't have to worry about it.
At least you don't put it in the microwave at work.
Oh, I wish I had a job. Oh wait, I'm not Zach. I do have one.
If I only had a job. Yeah, you're not that slacker dad, Zach George.
Yeah, I'm not self-employed, if you know what I mean. And I don't.
I don't.
I would love somebody to tell me what I mean.
I work for the man.
So I was looking at that Hurricane Andrew and saw that it was also a Louisiana situation, which like so it's Bahamas, Louisiana, and Florida. What is like the one that impacted your area the most? Because I can't even like think of like I probably didn't even care. You probably told me what was going on. I was like, fuck you.
For me, like
have
personally?
Yeah, or like has there been a time where you've evacuated?
No, I've never evacuated.
Is it even that common that you would need to in like the Tampa area or Orlando where you've lived before?
We didn't really evacuate for the last one when I was living here. We just went to Issa's dad's house because it was further inland, but
Mm-hmm.
that's about it because we're very close to the ocean where we live right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
So
walk
you're
to
bound to
the
deal with.
I walk to the ocean every day. That's how close we live to the ocean.
Yeah, and you only have enough time to listen to Ocean's Avenue once. Ocean
Well, it's like a
and
40-minute walk, so I'd have to listen to the song a
oh,
lot.
the soundscape version where they flesh it out that long and it sounds beautiful.
Oh, it's just a violin.
Yeah, let's you know what? I'm gonna include a for this episode when we release it, it's gonna have a little violin cover of Ocean Avenue. Just because I know they have a violin, but I don't care. Doesn't make them good.
I
What do they think they're
know.
folk punk? Think they're Days and Days? You'll never be Days and Days.
Days and Days doesn't even have a violin. What are you talking about?
They can't afford one. Don't be rude. They try to steal it from people's houses and they never get away with it. It was like the devil came down to Georgia to like bet against somebody in Days and Days and just fucking wrecked them. And it was like, thank God, the
devil went
the
down
last
to
time they got
Georgia.
destroyed.
The devil went down to
He was
Georgia
looking-
to busk with Against Me songs.
Devil went down Georgia. He knew 28 Johnny Hobo songs.
I don't know any. I know the punk rock songs that saved my life or whatever the fuck.
I'll bet a fiddle vice.
Doing dishes
Because that's your vice.
or something. I don't know.
But you're just like quoting Wing Nut Dishwasher
It's
Union
all
songs.
shit.
No, don't be mean to me. We did this in chat this morning and I almost got upset.
You got really indignant.
No, I was trying to fuck with you at the same time, but I also like I think that it was because you're like when me and Tim got in a fight earlier because he cheated on me.
With-
And it had to be said.
With ska.
No, it's said, whoever that is. It had to be said, like I said. No, yeah, it was with well, you know, because it's we talk about ska on this podcast every day, folks. You come here, you listen to us we talk about ska.
Every day, folks.
You come here.
Ska.
What do you expect? You expect ska. You expect dinosaurs. You expect Muppets.
Nothing but ska.
Liquid Death. Nothing but ska. So this is the number one ska podcast. Like obviously, I've tried. I listened to another one recently. Don't recommend it. So I would say
Don't even say the name of it and who hosts it. Nope.
No, not even get into it.
Because I'll get back to us. It will
It's
get
Ben
back
Scott
to
Puro himself. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad nickname for this guy.
Ben Scott Puro. Oh man. Ben Scott
that's gonna be
Puro.
forever what we say.
Yeah, Ben Scott Puro is gonna have to be a character now on the show.
Why do you care about global warming? If we have to, we'll cut the ends off of our zoot suits. We'll make zoot suits shorts, jute suits.
Well. Personally, Dinosaur Sounds is a perfect record.
God actually put dinosaur sounds there to test us. Oh man, that's a pretty good bit for just us to laugh at. It's not gonna hit any other market.
Definitely.
It's so beautiful.
Yep, that's a good one.
Well, but yeah, we were just arguing about Tim really likes hating stuff, but he's gotten better at it lately. Because used to be like whenever I'd run into Tim, I'd be like, "Oh, like my mom just like was in the hospital, but she's doing better now." And Tim's like, "I wish she wasn't." And like he'd say that. Okay, it was more like he'd say Joyce Manor sucks, and I'd be like, "Who?"
Specifically, moms. I hate
Yeah,
them.
specifically, yeah.
Mom
Tim
jeans.
grew up stepping on
Mom jeans.
Tim stepped on every crack he could. That's all I want to say. And his mom is dead. No, your dad listens to this sometimes. Your cousin listens to this. His mom's doing well. We love you, Tim's mom, whose name I forget again.
Jean,
the mother of the mayor. Yeah. Either way, we're as a podcast, we've always said that we'll defend ska. I'll defend pop punk. I'll defend folk punk. Timmy will defend his non-binary dog Jax, who smells bad, and we'll get through this together.
he smells right now.
But
But he's a sleepy
I'm
boy. He's a sleepy them right now. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Jax.
sleepy they them.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jax.
don't misgender Jax. It's fucked up.
Don't misgender my dog, bro.
Well,
Bro, don't misgender my dog,
it's
bro.
I just like I'm so like it'd be like I'm so glad that dogs and cats don't have to deal with gender roles, other than the one that is where people think all cats are girls and all dogs are
That's
boys.
the weirdest one.
That one I always think is so weird because I have it. Mine's like I think of Frida, my friend Olivia's dog, when I think of dogs first. So she is what comes to mind with dogs. I call Chomper a girl all the time, but it's
Same,
also because you should see him throw a baseball. But
same.
like,
You should see him drive a car.
hey, you can't say that, Tim. This is all a trap.
It's a tarp. Why?
It's a tarp.
Hi. Yeah,
I
well,
don't
it's
even
for
like.
me. It's like the same because I have Bella. You know, I had Bella for
Oh
years.
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
So
Oh, I thought you were bringing up the fact that you were an honorary queer like me, like
because I
because
have
you
a
have
small
small
dog.
dogs. Yeah, you have a small dog. I have a small hog. That's why we get along.
No, that's not true, Ben.
I got a category 4.
That's got a tropical depression.
God, I feel like it most of the time.
You don't
What's
live
funny
in the
about this?
tropics, Ben.
I don't know where things are. Am I a map doctor? I just know that like while we're doing this, I am like very frequently checking updates for the hurricane just to make sure.
A cartographer? Is that a map doctor?
As long as I don't have to try to say that word because you barely got your mouth around it. I don't think I'm gonna do it.
I only know it because of the weaker
Cartographer.
thans. That's the only reason I know that word.
You know those punk bands that made you feel really smart when you were like a lot younger, like Bad Religion, because you'd be like, I know words like God's gay and stuff or whatever they sing about.
The gray race. Whatever.
The gray race.
How could
Yeah,
hell be any worse?
I know what generators do. They're like a rock and they're like a planet, like that. Like you feel smarter because of them. Or I put Weaker Thans up there with them because also I put Propaganda up there with them because they're both bands that are just a bunch of fucking nerds. Like it's one of them for the guy from the Weaker Bands being one of the nerds from Propaganda.
Yeah. But he wasn't
Who
in the
sings
band.
my favorite ones.
He wasn't in the band for very long. So
He was in there for my favorite record, and he's the singer on the songs I like from that record. Unless I'm wrong. Sometimes I am.
I don't know. I don't really like Propaganda, so I can't tell you.
What's your boy's name?
Who?
The Weaker Thans.
John K. Sampson.
Yeah, he was on this album. He sang the songs I like. I thought it was him because it sounds like him, and that'd be fucking weird if it wasn't him. I'd feel really dumb.
Yeah, he's great.
No, he's great. What's your favorite Weaker Thans album?
Oh,
We'll have everybody tweet in theirs to tweet at a dinosaur's tale your favorite Weaker Thans album, or tell us that you don't listen to them and you don't care.
They're also good, but I like.
Be sure to tag the band too.
I like Left and Leaving. I think that's the best one.
So you're just like Soupy. That's Soupy's favorite one. I don't know if that's true, but he does in a song mention that he left a copy of Left and Leaving somewhere. I was just like, okay, cool, we get it. You read Bukowski, you listen to Canadian bands.
That's a good one. Well, that's one of the ones that I heard like the first songs from.
Zach showed me their like live album. That's his favorite, and he's right. It's beautiful. It's like that's what I listen to more than like their records is their live album.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good band. It's a good band. I mean,
none of their records are bad. That's for sure.
No, it's definitely a good band if you're like a sissy boy,
like us.
like us. I'm the sissy. He's the boy. You know, sissy cop, boy cop. You guys ever do that routine on anyone?
The band Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
Yeah, ska. We talk about ska. Are they a ska band? Yeah.
No, they're not.
Somewhat.
They're a fat
Then why
band.
why does Brent
ska.
hang out with? Then why does Brent Friedman manage them or whatever? That doesn't make any sense to me.
They're a fat wreck band. So
I'm a fat wreck this week, man. I got like okay, so we did the whole thing about this hurricane is I didn't know about it. I don't know when you find out, but like, don't you normally really find out about them pretty like right before they start?
Well, in Florida,
they're just like a little what?
In Florida, we just know that between all summer long, you just have to expect it. So
I just mean like, yeah, you expected, but here's what happened. So I was in Ohio for 3 weeks. We're gonna notice that through the span of this podcast, it's gonna be like a just we could remember parts of it based on tragedies that occurred in my life. That's what we're
It's a
going with.
great mile markers.
Yeah, exactly. So so we'll just start with the recent and kind of go through it without getting really into it. But I was in Ohio for 3 weeks, so I missed work for that, and then I drove back down on like a Friday morning or a Thursday, I think. And then a few days later, a friend of mine passed away who I had been staying with when I was in town last. So I had to drive right back up. Like I like had to wait a couple days because I had just gotten back. I didn't have like the money or anything. But like a lot of like my friends and family sent me money for gas and to be able to like miss work and like be able to pay for like I was able to get supplies for like a memorial party and stuff we had. So I ended up getting sent like close to $1,000, which is insane. So everyone's pretty dope for that. I spent it all on strippers and blow. I'm just gonna say, just you know me, that's what I do. Classy. Speaking of strippers, though, real quick, this is related to the hurricane too. I'm on Reddit for the New Orleans Reddit. People are all talking about in the mega thread for Ida. This guy posted asking whether it was him and his boys should still come down for their bachelor party Friday. And everyone's like, read a fucking room.
So it's cool, right?
I was like, you know what? I want to find this guy. I'll offer to be the stripper because I was running out of clean clothes. And if I'm going to become a stripper, it's through natural occurrences, which is running out of clothes. I was like, it was by necessity. I had to do it. But
Ben needed the money.
yeah, I needed it. I could have used it today, but so I drove back up there for a few days for my friend's funeral, then drove back down here, and I didn't like look at anything in the news. I would have just stayed up there if there was. I don't know if we knew that was going to hit yet at that point, but I would have just stayed up there because it was like a rough drive home. I got here, I skipped work that day. I told my boss that I sent him a text, but I accidentally sent you the wrong number. That was fake. I didn't. I took my old phone number, made it the same name as my boss on my phone, but different last name. Sent myself a text and showed it to my boss as like why I didn't. It was great. Everyone should try that. You can use my phone number if you want. I'll text back, "I love you, son," or whatever you need me to say. But yeah, so I got back, and then the first day I went into work was Wednesday because I missed Tuesday. I went. Oh no, I missed Wednesday too. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing. So I came in Thursday. And I got to my job at the pizza place. It's in a parking lot of a grocery store, and there were so many fucking cars. Like it was like Thanksgiving type shit. I was very confused. I was like, I don't know what holiday it's about to be because I don't pay attention to anything. And then maybe a couple hours later, I started to hear people talking. I was like, oh yeah, I live in New Orleans. Like that should have been the first thing I thought of in the summer, like or even post summer. But not used to it yet, I guess, because I didn't think of it. And I didn't do enough to prepare either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tim, I was going to prepare. Tim told me not to. So that's on Tim. I just want to put this out there.
That's not true.
That's your whole rebuttal.
The whole story Ben just told is not true.
The whole story. Look, here's what happened. I was hanging out with Steve. I was hanging out with Steve Harvey. We were watching a compilation of Tim McGowan quotes.
You were watching Steve Harvey videos with Steve Harvey.
No, we were watching Tim McGowan videos with Steve Harvey. I would slap him every 15th instead of 16th word backwards would be what we had to do, and it said lie about Tim saying that you shouldn't prepare. I'm sorry that I have that ritual with almost everybody, but that's just how it goes.
Well,
and there's always
keep them consistent. It makes rituals better.
I thought you said we were gonna say keep them kissing. I was like, that's in my mind. You and Steve Harvey always kissing.
It's the mustache.
Yeah, your mustaches are intertwined.
It's the mustache.
But let's talk about this hurricane again a little bit more because so you've never had to evacuate. That seems unfair. I guess during ones that you've been through, were there people you knew that evacuated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was.
So shitty. You were just like, yeah, you're like, I'm not fucking dealing with that.
Yeah, they would either like get like stuck in traffic for hours, or they would like end up at some like shitty hotel in like Georgia, or
Get
the
bed
hurricane
bugs.
would follow them. Like they would evacuate to a place, and then the hurricane would go there instead.
Like a fucking like a cartoon.
Yeah, yeah, they're evil,
That's what my
dude.
life feels like.
Yeah,
'Cause
weather's evil.
that's like I literally felt like a hurricane followed me around for a few weeks, and then like here it is, the manifestation of all that evil.
Yeah, no, I always, and even when, well, so in my high school, my senior year of high school,
Brag.
uh,
You just know I was never a senior.
into you're getting there, buddy. And in 2005, we had back to back hurricane. We had one that was pretty bad, and then we had another one, like literally, like it came like right after this one. And so the first like week of my senior year, I missed, and like I just sat at home with no power for quite a few weeks. And I pretty much
Oof.
just stayed at the house with my dad, because my mom still had to work. She worked for the hospital,
Oh,
and
so they had generators and shit. They had that's the first place he gets the power back.
well, hers was like mandatory. Like she had to go because they had a makeshift shelter for like the
Yeah.
employees and their families. So she like went because she worked in the daycare at the in the within she was basically like a preschool teacher for all the doctor's kids. So
Oh, that's high pressure. You gotta be like as smart as a doctor, right? They all
little,
want their kids to be doctors.
they're all fucking pre-K. They don't, who cares?
Pre-K. You can still get pregnant from pre-K. Let's
Ugh.
another anniversary. The millionth time I've made that joke on this
No.
podcast.
But yeah, so she would go, but she was allowed to bring like my little sister. So the first night of the first hurricane, it was me, my dad, and my grandfather who was living with us at the time because he had Alzheimer's and he couldn't like take care of himself. So he just stayed with us. And
Yeah.
so I remember staying up really late, and it was just like me and my dad, and we were like listening to the radio and stuff, and people like calling in and reporting stuff that was going on, and then like we just hear like a boom, and we're like, uh-oh. And and my grandpa who has no idea
no.
what's going on, like he doesn't know what's going on. He probably
no.
had got up like he usually did to go to the bathroom. He like comes out of the room, which was, so we were in like our little living room space that was like by the kitchen, and then there's a hallway, and it's like my sister's room, and then you go down in my room, and then there's another room across from mine, directly across, and that's the room he would sleep in.
Yeah, the cupboard under the stairs.
And yeah, Harry Potter. And
oh, that's your one. You can only make one.
Yep. He came out and he was like, "What's going on?" And the next morning we realized that this giant pine tree that we had in the backyard, the whole thing just fell over, but just like missed the bedroom that my grandfather was sleeping in.
Oh my god.
And it just like went down, and like we saw it it in the morning, and then there's a really the tree stayed there for a while before my dad had it removed. And,
yeah, the tree won't leave on its own.
No, yeah, you gotta
they don't make like a leaf.
Yeah, you kind of have to like coax them, and be like, you know what, it'd be cool if you had your own place.
Yeah, if you get a tree that's like a maple tree, they're a real sap. You can probably get them to listen to you, but
maybe you should get a job, and but
I don't fuck with them. Sometimes their bite is worse than their bark.
Mm-hmm. You can just keep making all those jokes. I'm just gonna ignore
of
them.
I like the ignoring. It makes me feel really comfortable in this because Because if you stopped, I'd be on blast.
Doesn't it make it? Doesn't it make it? It just. I'm like normalizing it. That's what I'm doing.
I was about to bow out anyways because
Bow wow.
I realized this. I realized that puns are the root of all evil. Roots of all evil. Fuck. That's not even on purpose. This is like it's like poetry. Poetry. Fuck.
So
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
I'm sorry.
There
Are
was
you not entertained?
for a long time. There was a very funny photo of because one year I had a birthday party, and the tree was still knocked over, and all my friends were out back, and we all like stood on the tree and took a picture. It's pretty good.
Sounds like a pretty funny photo. I'm glad you told me about it.
Yeah, don't know if anyone has a copy of it anymore, but
yeah, I was gonna say you said there was a photo, and I was like, usually photos stick around. Unless you lose them in Katrina.
I don't know where it went. But yeah, so we had the back-to-back hurricanes with no power for a long time, and because of that, we had to add extra time, like in our first period class, to make up for like the credits we missed our senior year. Like if we would have been out longer than we were, we probably wouldn't have graduated on time.
Why can't they just teach you without power? Like, come on. Like, just bring you all to a hot field somewhere in Florida.
I think that's a liability. It's a big liability.
Speaking of lying to Billy, there's this the back-to-back hurricanes. We did that last year. I think that was my first. I was moving down, like, or helping my ex-partner move down, like during Hurricane Barry, and that was like going to be my first one. But we had to like wait a couple days, so we just weren't sure what the fuck was going to happen. But we had a storage container being shipped there, and I just like me and my friend Ralph just had to drive down, get there at the same time that this like pod got there, and unload it, then drive right back up because I had work and shit like that. And it was like, because of the hurricane, the pod was going to be late, and we were unable to really schedule this, and it was a fucking nightmare. Where it ended up like we didn't know when we were going to leave, and then we finally got to go ahead to leave and like had no sleep and just like made the trip. Ralph doesn't drive, so that wasn't fun. I think this might have been the time that I borrowed my ex-partner's car, so Ralph wasn't allowed to smoke in the car, and he was pissed off, so he got a vape. And it was a fun time. Hurricanes so far are the best part of living here.
No,
because we had the back-to-back. We had Laura and Delta, which were fine here, but destroyed some fucking shit everywhere else. Like, it was devastating. Like there's like parts of like Louisiana that just haven't recovered. They're just gutted. And then we had Zeta Cuck, which we recorded a podcast through later in the year. And that was another one that was a big storm, but like we just got lucky based on where it hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it went over us, I guess. It just wasn't as big of a category. It was like a category 1 storm.
Yeah.
I was reading an article about it, and then it started yelling in my ears, the host of that article or whatever.
Is yelling in your ear?
Yelling them, all because of Operation Ivy.
Yeah, the only major thing was that tree, and I think a few of our neighbors lost their fences, because those things will just pick up fences and just toss them. Yeah, it's pretty.
No offense.
Pretty intense.
I was, but not in fence. I had
no effects.
When he said back-to-back hurricanes, I did of course picture like Action Jackson or a buddy comedy of any kind, where just the hurricane just standing back to back.
You mean Hurricane Helms?
Yeah.
Stand back.
I assume that's a wrestler. I'm just laughing to be nice. I'm just fucking with you.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. I know you're listening.
No, yeah. Yeah. Chris Benoit's dead, Tim.
Well,
you mean pissed off for
or true. You could say that for Chris Benoit too.
Oh god,
I don't want to make Chris Benoit do.
You did on another episode at some point. It was just like, read a room, go have your bachelor party. What the fuck? Go! Don't drop your driver's license either, because people will commit crime.
Oh my god!
Just reading a room is very important. Everyone should learn how to do that. But the room I'm reading right now is called Twitter every 10 minutes to find out whether I'm going to die.
Yeah, you're on
It's
the
now
hurricane Twitter.
the eye clearly visibly on our radar. Ida is now about 140 miles south by southwest of the. I love South by Southwest Festival.
I
I
don't.
sell a lot of flower crowns there and ketamine of the mouth of the Mississippi River. Bands are already moving ashore. What bands? Like Dropkick Murphys?
They're
Like, what are they
playing
doing
South
here?
by Southwest.
I lost my leg. Yeah, the band's moving to South by. This is why I can't read news articles because I that's what my brain's doing the whole
Dropkick
time, and then I learn
Murphys
nothing.
would never play South by Southwest.
They wouldn't be invited. It just wouldn't happen. They'll be too busy playing Drunken Public Fest or some shit. Punk and Drublick.
No, they're touring with Rancid right now.
Bands are already moving on shore with Pascagoula. Fuck, I don't know what that means. Don't give me
Gabagool.
that. It was Scooby Doo. My first thought was that Green Day song from their early EPs, like going to Pascagoula or whatever it is. Maybe that's what this is.
Waka Waka. Waka Waka.
But I need to find out what that word is because it's talking about wind damage, and maybe that's something I might want to know about. But it's a sit.
Are your windows protected, Ben?
I got Norton antivirus, and I have like my firewall turned on.
You didn't have McAfee?
No, I have Mac Defender on my Mac.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you're in a room without a window. You can't see out.
I can't see out. I can't see out. This is an AB conversation. Can't see my way out of it.
So on our house here, we have these like special fitted like hurricane shelter, window shelter things that you put on. You tighten them so they protect your windows.
Yeah, I bet people are supposed to have those here. Why don't we have those? Fuck. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna find out which room in this building has the best window situation.
Probably your bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd probably have to take the cat, the dog, and the gun and lay in the tub.
If I have the gun, okay, so Tim's referencing I had to bring a cat to the apartment today from another place. My friend had to leave town because she has 2 kids, and that's like the best case scenario. So we like found her a place to go where they couldn't keep a dog or a cat though. So I was like, that's fine. I'll figure my shit out. I didn't really want to go to begin with. I was just because I was looking at the prices for hotels, and like we'd have to go so far and then like spend over like 160 a night to have pets allowed in a hotel and shit. And I was just like, I'm not fucking dealing with that. That's insane. Like, because by insane I mean I literally don't have the money. So I was like, that's insane. I'm not robbing somebody at a time like this. So I went to my friend's house to get her cat. I made the mistake when it was friendly with me still. I picked it up. I tried to put it in this fucking crate, this cat carrier that my neighbor lent me. The door of it was broke, so I got her in there. She was pissed the whole time, and then she just busted out. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Now she knows what I want, and I'm like, never getting this cat. I went through the whole house. I took the couch apart, like it's a big L couch. I separated the parts, moved it around. I moved like the bunk bed in the girls' room away. It took me forever to finally. I moved like the bed in the master room. Found this cat. I cornered her under her cat tree. I stacked a bunch of pillows by one side where she might escape. I wrapped a towel around her because for some reason she's not declawed, which is like, just declaw your cats, people. Please don't declaw your cats, people. That's a joke. I just don't like being scratched. So I shoved her in the crate. I used the towel to like wrap around the door of it to keep it shut, and fucking wrestled her into my car, got her like litter box and stuff like that. And then went home to try to get all that stuff. I got everything but her out of the car first, and then went to grab her, and she knocked the door off again and was just in my car, just looking around for an escape route. This fucking cat. I had to get a second cat carrier that was sturdier for the situation. She was still like, when I like would touch her, she was being nice. She was letting me pet her, but like the second I go to grab her, she's like ready to fight. But I just fucking tricked her ass again with the towel, wrapped her up. This all took over an hour. It sucked. I was just like looking up, like, I hope this isn't when the storm starts. Like,
yeah,
I was still doing other shit to prepare. But we got her back to my building. One of the guys who lives here, he evacuated. So we just put my cat in his room, and that's where his gun was too. I wish the gun case was empty. I'm so mad. I saw the manual, I saw the gun, I saw advertisements for bullets and stuff. There's a little sticker. I got really excited. I was like, the Hurricane's natural predator, a gun I can take on the world.
You just point it at the sky and you shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, you say hurricane, more like urine pain, and you just and like I usually only talk about urine pain when I have a UTI, but it's whatever.
If I had a shotgun, know what I do? I point that shit straight at the sky and shoot heaven on down for you. Right?
Is that what killing a hurricane feels like to you?
Yeah, sublime.
Oh, that's sublime. I thought your voice made me think it had to be like Brad Paisley. I was unsure what was happening.
Wrong, Brad.
This is the first and foremost a Sublime podcast. We defend Sublime.
Hey, it's all ska, baby.
Stay away from Lincoln Park. Quit calling the cops on them for smoking weed.
I would call the cops on them because they're phony. It's not the real Sublime.
That's true, but also I think that wasn't the real Lincoln Park at that point either. Yeah, oh wait, no, Chester was probably still alive.
Yeah, it was.
No, I consider the real Lincoln Park to be that other dead guy they had for a minute.
What?
The guy my dad liked a lot. Another dead person.
Scott Weiland wasn't in Lincoln Park. Chester replaced Scott Weiland.
Oh, I got the other way around. Whatever. Like, I don't know anything about that. That's why I made a joke about it, as if I did. I'm very confident. You gotta love that about me. But I would say I got the cat in one apartment, which is great to be separated, because having that dog and this cat in this tiny studio was going to be a fucking nightmare. It's already going to be a fucking nightmare. I don't even know, like, what do you do with a dog to take them out to potty when you can't take them out to potty? Like, I'm just going to, somebody said to put down newspapers. I was like, what year do you think it is? You think I have newspapers? At best, I could tear up some Bukowski novels and put those on the ground.
You could, like, get some Wonder Years lyric booklets.
Yeah, I got some Wonder Years vinyl.
Yeah,
I can put those to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's what sucks though, is like I wanted to follow that with a joke about, because they're already shit, but I love that band. I'm not gonna lie. I just fell off in the later stuff, even though it seems to be good. Everyone says it's good. I just got a little bit bored.
They're playing Fest.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Are they playing Fest? Are they playing Fest?
Yeah,
I'm going to Fest, baby. I didn't know that. Have they played Fest before?
They played Harvest of Hope.
The first one, the one I didn't go to. Or did they play the second one? I don't think I listened to them yet, so I wouldn't have known.
One.
Yeah, I went to the second one. You were there.
I can't remember.
That's when we met.
I went to both of them. So yeah.
You went to the one with the most coke and the one with the less coke, because there was a lot more drugs at the first one, from what I understand.
Well, that's because they weren't really like checking people's stuff.
Yeah, that was before they hired security guards that would punch people during We're the Union sets. But I also would leave right away when Reed told them to, which I didn't expect. That I also got injured during that Dear Landlord set from those cops lifting that fucking rail up on us.
Oh yeah, we were like right next to each other when that happened.
Yeah, it was funny because we were standing there like touching that thing, and then like right the second the first cord hit, it was on the ground.
Yeah,
the fucking rail between and then I was gonna like stay out of the whole thing when the cops started picking it up and people kept trying to push it down, but then it like cut my leg really bad. Like when they put it back up, and I was like, never mind, we're all just pushing this down, and they gave up. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. Like we were going to knock it down and beat up Dear Landlord.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not the dopamine, so no one's gonna attack them, throw fucking shit at them.
That's true. They only get shit thrown at them if they're playing with the dopamines in the same night. That's a risk apparently that you have to take.
Terrible.
But
terrible.
Yeah, Hearthstone Fest was that was a fun time. Rest in peace. But yeah, so as I said, this is gonna be my living will as an episode. It is currently 11:50 p.m. August 28th, 2021.
Yeah. I'm already living in tomorrow right now.
I'd say the main thing I'm glad about is that I'm not the other person on the podcast from me, because if I heard me say this is my living will, I would have came in as a character called Dead Will and been like, I was supposed to be living Will. The wrong Will died. But luckily Tim is a real adult.
That's right.
With Legos and Liquid Death and an American football shirt on right now.
And Funko Pops.
Yeah, and Funko Pops.
No,
Co-pops
this is not
fun.
an American.
You can't prove that. It says American. I see it right now.
Yeah, it says American.
Oh, so you love America?
Dragon.
Now I really don't know what's happening.
Daniel Bryan.
Is that a new band?
No.
Who's Daniel Bryan?
A wrestler. One of the best.
Oh, I should know. I don't know why. I get Jake Long.
What?
There was a show called American Dragon with Jake Long on Disney. That's what popped up when I searched American Dragon.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ben.
Well, you made up some guy too. I can make up a guy.
Is it Justin Long? I didn't make anybody up.
Justin Long is also one. Justin Long is not helpful right now. He will not protect my windows. I had to get fucking John Hodgman. That's a deep cut.
Oh God, that's what you were going to. Can't believe that's what you were going for.
What do you think I was going to go for? Justin Long, Justin Time, Justin Sane. I don't know.
Jason Gordon-Levitt.
Just in case you were wondering, I'm going to be fine. You're going to listen to this podcast next week and you're going to be like, that's not how time works. And then you'll be like, I'm just glad that I get to spend the last minutes of Ben Handupby's life making fun of the bad puns that they make.
Ben's gonna be podcasting from the apocalypse.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing ladies' night in Hades. Ladies in Hades. I gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. So
Ben's gonna get taken away by the FEMA camps, and
oh my God,
they're gonna make you gay like the frogs.
You know what I would do, like if they showed up and like I'm like, oh, you guys know what FEMA did last year? Like, what do you mean? I'm like FEMA nuts. And then I run, but I'm not very fast. It does not work.
I wish Issa was like awake because she could tell you about the child that at her school that ran around just making these nuts jokes all day, apparently.
Somebody referred to them recently as ligmas, like as a subject. If you can find something where they're called ligmas, and I was like, we've been doing those our whole life, like CDs,
like linguistic,
Phillies, Yankees, like cunning linguist.
Ligma
is what it is. Ligma. Yeah, there's I don't know. I need to like, it's a thing. Somebody was telling me they knew somebody who all the time is like trying to find those in words. And I was like, I need to not think about that because that will be my next thing I do. And I don't want that to occupy my brain.
That's right. Not your final hours here.
Not my final hours. But hopefully, for the sake of like, I think it'd be not as ironic if I die now that I've said I would. Or is it more? I don't know which, but whatever is less poetic is probably what will happen. So don't worry about it.
But not something poetic.
Yeah. But I will immediately upload this just in case, like, because otherwise, Tim, I'll give you my password for my laptop on air right now. So you can get on there, delete all my nudes, the ones of me and the ones of you. Definitely delete the ones of you, because if you find out about those, it's going to be an issue. But no, let's end this on a high note. Dexter's Webster's dictionary defines high notes as no, I was gonna say we'll do this, we'll make a tradition of recording during a hurricane. we'll call it the I thought Herman Cain season was over podcast.
Oh my God, it is now.
I mean, I thought it was
permanently.
So yeah, we shouldn't have seen anything after July 30th, 2020. It died in Georgia too. That's possible. I mean, right? They can get hurricanes. Look at them go.
Georgia?
Got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get this one's apparently gonna go to like Tennessee and Arkansas. Like
well, you know what I say? You're the only 10 I see, Tim.
Oh my God.
I know. You need to quit telling the hoes that I say it to everyone.
You
You
gotta
need to stop
stop
it.
saying that.
I gotta stop saying it. I got it. You're right.
It's not. Do you say that when you're in Tennessee?
No, but get okay. So you saw me talking about it. The thing is, I have a friend named 10, and I sent it to her specifically because her name is 10. I thought it'd be funnier, and she said that somebody had told her that, like, said that line to her while she was actually in Tennessee, and I had to wonder whether they just also knew her name because that'd be way too much.
And 10.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's our comedy name is Ben 10. That's Tennifer.
10.
But I would say that just so anyone who worries about hurricanes, here's what my friend Kat did today to keep her mind off things. Showed up here this morning, calling me, asking my address because I've been holding on to some acid for her. She took the acid, went home with her friends, and watched all of the Twilight films while a hurricane is barreling towards us. So, as casual as someone could possibly be, she was here for Katrina. She was 6. They lost her mother's wedding dress, among other things. Everyone seems to lose that. their innocence as a country.
It's always the first thing to go. The mother's wedding dresses. Yeah,
I agree.
Everything. The fall of Saigon, the fall of Afghanistan. Wedding dresses just gone.
God, if anybody starts cheering on the Taliban to be edgy, we're pissed. Like, why would you want a ban on towels? I don't understand.
Yeah,
like because you hate Hitchhiker's Guide.
You don't. You forgot to bring one or whatever.
Because you hate that riddle that's like what gets wetter as it dries. Like, yeah, I get it. So
don't forget to bring a towel.
Oh God, I was trying so hard to get because I knew it was coming. We had already mentioned Days and Days, so I knew South Park was right on there.
Okama Games.
You know what? What I'm gonna do after this, I'm sure there's probably a South Park hurricane episode. I'm gonna use that to like get me through this.
Yeah, it will really help you take your mind off of the thing.
I'm gonna also isolate the sound clip of that noise you made on your way to the mic just now and listen to that over and over and over again.
What sound?
While you did like a Jeff Goldblum type thing.
Like a cat?
No, like a Jeff Goldblum.
Like a George?
Oh yeah, like a George, like a Costanza. That's if your cat was a poem, like one part of. Never mind. Forget we said that because that's why they called it that because Edgar Allan Poe was so good at them. They just named it after him. They call them poems.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that because it's not true. But thank you for listening to Singularity, A Dinosaur's Tale, the only hurricane podcast. Probably not.
I'm sure there's funny.
Next week we'll probably be recording from a FEMA camp. So
Ben will. I won't. I'll be here safe.
I'll be dead.
You'll be dead.
I'll be haunting your house. That's what's gonna happen. But no, everything's gonna be fine. As you'll know when you listen to this and I'm still alive. I just love the layer on that irony just in case though. So next week we're gonna the way this releases, the next week will be so this is 9/10 when this is coming out. So tomorrow is the anniversary 20th year of a different thing. Like, you guys remember what happened? You never forget?
Yeah.
We don't have to get into it, but Pearl Harbor has never seen such tragedy as when America lost its innocence.
That's December. That's in December, Ben.
I think I remember it being January. It was right after New Year's at a party. Like, I think I remember it was 1987. Pearl Harbor. Josh Hartnett. I need a hard net right now. Somebody. What is this? What was that?
You can't forget 3,000 Lives.
Oh yeah. Not yet. You like math rock? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's a math rock hit. That's what I've heard. I don't know what math has to do with rock except nothing.
Because it sucks.
Yeah, fuck math and fuck rock too. I'm too punk rock for that.
I fucking hate math.
I fucking hate math. I want to go to a math is done clinic because I'm already next door at the methadone clinic for other reasons. But we'll see you next week with our episode with Sarah and Marty from what is it? Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling, or is it Sarah and Marty Love Wrestling?
It's Marty and Sarah.
I think wrestling. I knew it was gonna be sexist. I just didn't want to get into it. It's just because Marty won Comedy Album of the Year on Spotify once. Is that why?
You can take it up with them.
No, I'm not gonna bring it up because what if it's weird? what if they ask why we do ours in the order we use? Do we have an order?
Because I'm better.
I think I kind of switch it up each time I'm writing the descriptions just so none of us feel weird. Sometimes I'll put two different people's names. I'll put different people's names that aren't us.
Yeah.
Just so it stays fresh.
Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan. It's really weird.
Well, no. This one's gonna be Ben Scapiro. It's one of them. And it's gonna be what's a good one for you? Do you have a good one? Herman Cain.
Street Light Manifesto is neither ska nor punk. So
it's called brass rock. They would like it down in the New Orleans.
It's punk rock with horns.
We would need some kind of rebigulator. Wait, sorry, I switched into Simpsons on accident.
Glavin.
But
that's yeah.
Yeah, next week we're gonna do the episode about steroids. We're gonna do the one of the weirdest ones, steroids to heaven. You know, which is they're finally calling it steroids in the title.
Horse steroids, you know, all the normal stuff.
Yeah, the normal stuff. And then so we'll see you next week. And if I'm not around anymore, just remember, Tim, delete all the stuff off my computer.
I'll delete all those threatening emails you had ready to go for Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Please also delete like the long, extensive chat logs between me and him that do exist, because it's a thing. I just shouldn't have gotten into it. I'm not a home wrecker. Just that's the one thing on my tombstone. Did not mean to be a home wrecker. Sorry, Mark's wife.
Not a burrito. The home wrecker.
Yeah, not a burrito. Sorry, Mark's wife. And then also because last time we hooked up, I didn't come, just Mark came. So put you owe me one and then winky face. That's all on my tombstone.
Okay.
And but I'm talking about frozen pizza, not like a gravestone.
Is Mark is he allowed at the funeral?
Is he allowed at the funeral? You couldn't keep him away, buddy. He's gonna throw himself onto the funeral pyre. Are you kidding me? Mark without me on this world? Whatever.
Disgusting.
Whatever.
Disgusting.
That's no place for friends. Disgusting. But well, I don't know the fuck.
I won't stop
that. Yeah, thank you. I think that we will find each other again in another world, if not this one. So
oh, definitly. I think you and Mark Zuckerberg are probably going to the same place when you die.
Wow. And I do know that Tim thinks that Jewish people go to hell, so I do know where he means.
They don't believe in hell.
That wouldn't stop them. Yeah, no, hell isn't real, and if it was real, there'd be zero Jewish people there, except for the bad guys.
They're the chosen people, Ben. Don't you know anything? Aren't you converting?
Yeah, but like, isn't like Weinstein Jewish? That guy? I don't think he's going to heaven.
Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
Is he?
Is he Jewish? Are you asking if Harvey Weinstein is Jewish?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I find out every now and then that sometimes you just have the Steen in your last name because you're German, which is the opposite of Jewish, which isn't true either.
No, it's not true because it's not a country.
So I'll instruct Zach about how far back in this to cut it, and then we'll say the outro right here.
Okay.
Just kidding. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We would like to thank the Academy is the band. I've never listened to them, but I do think somebody had to take that name. Somebody had to. It's just like and many more. Someone had to do it.
Because cute is what we aim for.
That doesn't even fit into the style of what I'm
the same.
But
band.
Like, how do you? No, you're thinking of Scary Kids Scaring Kids.
Is a real boy.
It's Real Boy. That's a good album. What are you doing? No, I don't want to get into it because I can't defend Max Bemis as much as I would like to. Because I know I got into say anything as an adult. I know I was wrong. I can't. That's all my fault. It's also because he has the sick riffs. It's not my fault, but it is my fault.
He did play.
Yeah.
He did play all of them on that album. So
yeah. But we'll see you cool cats next week. As always, we like to thank our producer Zachary George for fucking. I don't know where he is now. He got hacked off of Facebook, and like when you're not on Facebook, you quit existing, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said the thing you wanted me to say, Mark. Get the fuck out of my room. I'm recording. And then we also like
talking to the dog.
He's not a dog. He's going to leave her when he's ready.
He's a pup.
He would be in that situation. Yeah, he would. So, and we like to thank Jared from Sketch Network for our awesome theme song. I like to thank Tim for laughing his own setup. And we'd also like to thank Amy Shenanigans for our logo. And thank you for joining us for another one of these kind of episodes. And if you want to tell us like how you feel about these episodes, you can I'll get whatever you say tattooed on me. Just tweet at us at A Dinosaur's Tale.
Yeah. Also, I should have mentioned this at the top of the show, but
What, you get signed? Is that what you're gonna bring up?
Yeah, as of yesterday, we are. I know we had a podcast with B, and we said that we signed, but we didn't sign yet. So now we're officially signed.
You worked out the sticky details
to Knife Punch Records.
Knife Punch Records.
Yeah.
And what other bands are on there? Anything that like I would enjoy?
Home is where you'd probably like that band.
Okay, I'll check them out. Or they sound anything. I like Eagles of Death Metal and nothing else. Will it sound like that? I've never heard that band. Please be okay.
Them Crooked Vultures.
I've heard of them.
Anyway, yeah, we're on there. Check us out, Gutless at Gutless 1312. Our new record's coming out. Should be before the end of the year. I don't know. I know of a date that was thrown around, but we're not sure if that might change. So
that was when me and you went to Applebee's and you threw me at the wall.
Stay
tuned. That was the date that was thrown around.
Oh yeah. Well, I hate Applebee's, so I probably would have done that.
Also, happy 709 years. You said Gutless was started in 1312. That's amazing.
1312, yeah. That's the
amazing.
Middle Ages.
709 years.
Yeah, Middle Ages.
The Middle Ages. Yeah, by Middle Ages, they usually have a mustache and 3 divorcees. So, cops, I mean.
Yeah. Donuts. Donuts.
Hertz? Do you want a Hertz donut?
All right, we need to end this. I did the plug.
No, our friendship. We got to end our friendship. Let's go out on bad terms if I die. We'll see everybody next week, though. Enjoy my extinction.
Okay. Bye, Ben. I love you.
I love you, too. I don't love any of these fuckers listening.
Wait.
All right.
They don't love you like I love you.
I was going to say, I thought you were saying wait so I could say I love them, because I do love them, but I wouldn't say that to their faces.
No.
So bye.